if you're not talking, and I'll take the questions. You can ask the questions in the chat in between, and preferably towards the end of the session. Okay. Okay, so this is the learning plan that we have. I'll do some brief introductions here. I am Manika Goyal. I am the founder of Forceark Consulting, and I have 18 plus IT experience with more than 10 years in sales spent in Salesforce. Along with a few more trainers, Tanmay, Kapil, and Shreyas will be taking you through the developer life cycle. You will be assigned to the buddies. So we'll have Renuka, Harsh, and Janvi helping you out throughout the program. We will also have few of the guest architects coming in and some of the industry-led sessions. So that will allow you to understand more about Salesforce family, Salesforce Ohana. Okay. So the agenda of the first day of our is, sorry, Tanvi, can you please go on mute?
Monica, can you mute her because you are the admin? Okay.
So the agenda of today's session is I'll walk you through that what we are going to learn in the next 8 weeks of this program. Overview of CRM and why CRM is important in our day-to-day lives. What is cloud computing? And how did Salesforce actually evolve to today's position, and where did it start from? Why did it actually start and all? And how does it actually enhance your experience through as a developer, as an administrator, and how does it help the actual companies to work and enhance their work life cycle? Okay, so those are the things that we'll be going through. Then we'll also I'll make you understand that how you can create your own credentials in Salesforce and get started with the developer course of action, and this will be required throughout the project and throughout the life cycle of the training program and years ahead. I mean, throughout your career. Okay, that will be required. So I'll walk you through that as a startup today, and then towards the end we'll discuss that what actually you would gain out of this overall training. Okay. All right. So first thing first, let me walk you through the training program that we are going to do through this entire 8 weeks. So we start today, being Friday. It's actually helpful for you to kind of digest it towards over the weekend on and take you through the thought that why Salesforce is required, why CRM is required, and things like that. So we start today, and the entire next week we'll be covering on the basics of Salesforce, basic of CRM, and the business idea or the project actually that we'll be executing through the entire course of 8 weeks. And we will get started with the Salesforce basic configurations, the first level of configurations, the data modeling and things like that. Then as we progress towards week 2, 3, and 4, we learn deep dive into the Salesforce configurations more. When I say configurations, these are all point and click configurations, which doesn't require any sort of coding. And you will be gaining your experience on the and trying your hands on the admin part of the Salesforce, right? So when I say admin part, I mean, after learning all these things, you will be well versed with all the with all the jargons which are used across Salesforce, which are used actually by an administrator and required by an administrator. Then we land into a mini hackathon where you will be divided into the groups and you will be full on in action. You will be talking to each other, not just on daily basis, but working as a team, hacking an idea and bringing up an application which will utilize all the admin related configurations and admin related concepts. Then towards the second part of the training, we start with learning the developer related activities or developer related customizations around Salesforce. So that essentially involves some basics on the coding, and then learning the Salesforce specific language like Apex and the UI component of it, which is known as Lightning Web component. So we'll be learning through all of that, how to create Apex triggers. And then we will also have some sessions on the soft skills and the resume building. So that will actually help you prepare for the interview and also prepare for the upcoming participation in the opportunities, and also prepare you to work in the project in a um, in a team. Okay, so as far as soft skills are concerned, we'll basically be covering on how can you become a team player, a good team player, how can you speak well, what are the communication skills which are required for you to talk to the customer, to talk to your peers and things like that, right? So those are the things that we'll be covering. And towards the last week of the program, we'll be going through the project presentation, and there'll be again another hackathon which will basically imbibe all the concepts that you have learned through 8 weeks, and you will be utilizing all of that and coming up with your own small project that you will build on Salesforce. And throughout these 8 weeks, we will have the buddies assigned to you. So these buddies will basically be helping you with your day-to-day project assignment queries, and any sort of technical queries that you will have. We will be creating a group on, I would say, a community on Chatter, on which you will be able to log in and post your questions there regarding the assignments that you will be given. And if you're facing any challenge there, the team here will be working on those challenges, helping you solve those questions, and making it easy for you to kind of walk through or go through the complete life cycle of the project. All right, so that is what we will be doing through these entire 8 weeks. And during the entire process, you will come through many phases of project life cycle that you will be doing yourself. So for example, once I present you the case study, you will do the requirement analysis. So you become a BA kind of a person, right? So trying to analyze the requirement, trying to help craft more details around that, converting that into the technical solution. So you become a solution architect for a moment, right? And then you become a developer by actually bringing those thoughts into action and being able to present your own project. So ये पूरे 8 हफ्ते में हम लोग ये सब चीजें करेंगे. So it is going to be really exciting. I hope we need to maintain that momentum. मुझे आपसे सिर्फ इतना चाहिए कि आप सेशंस रोज 1 घंटा 9 से 10 जो हम रात को करने वाले हैं वीकडेज में, मंडे टू फ्राइडे, अटेंड करिए. ड्यूरिंग द डे आप सारे असाइनमेंट्स कंप्लीट करिए. आई विल बी गिविंग यू लाइक 2 or 3 assignments after the session is complete, and it will help you finish your project. And secondly, हमारा why you need to do those assignments is that we will have stringent assessments every alternate day. Okay, so आज जो मैंने बताया है वो मैं मंडे को टेस्ट लूंगी. एवरी मंडे, वेडनेसडे, फ्राइडे we will have the test, and there will be a minimum passing to it. Okay, I'm not scaring you, but then that's required for me to understand whether you are able to grab the concepts or not. And if there is any glitch there, then definitely we'll try to cover it with additional sessions to help you out with those additional things. Okay, which with the problem areas that you have. Okay, that is what we are going to do in next 8 weeks. Any questions anyone has on this part of the training? Okay, so I take that as no. Okay, fine. So I hope you all are as excited as I am to kind of go through this journey. So let's begin it right away, right now, and let's start with what CRM is. Okay, so you might have heard of this term CRM, which is used for actually doing a relationship management between the companies and their customers. Okay. So let's have a look at one small clipping that will make you understand the things. I'll just pause the share for a moment. Yeah, I hope you're able to see my screen again.
What is CRM? Good question. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It's technology that helps you keep track of everything about your customers and your potential customers so you can build great relationships with them. CRM used to be all about sales, but not anymore. CRM is for every department, sales, but also marketing, service, commerce, and IT too. A great CRM helps you do amazing things. It centralizes all your important customer information and company data in one place. So your teams have the right information to deliver the easy, connected experiences customers expect. Take Carol here. Carol owns a network of scooter dealerships. She has a lot of customers. We just met one, Celeste. Yesterday, Celeste configured the scooter of her dreams 43 times. And because Carol has CRM, her marketing team knew it, which is why Celeste just received an automated email that got her off her couch and into a dealership to take a test drive. When Celeste arrives, the scooter's already waiting for her, along with some accessories the sales team knows Celeste is gonna love. Next thing you know, Celeste is buying herself a scooter, a snazzy helmet, and some really nice accessories. But it's not just sales and marketing who know Celeste. Thanks to Carol's CRM, every department knows her because every team has one shared view of Celeste and all her information. Before she's even made it back to her account, service has already sent her tips to help her care for her scooter. Marketing uses built-in AI to predict what Celeste likes and suggest more great additions. Commerce uses the same insights to create an entire storefront customized just for her. And IT builds apps that connect her to an entire community of fellow scooter lovers. Friendship and love follow. Brand love, that is. Along the way, Carol's CRM just keeps getting smarter and more helpful, serving up actionable analytics for everyone at Carol's dealership, which makes Carol's employees happier and helps them surprise and delight Celeste again and again. The right CRM helps businesses focus on customers and unites everyone with one shared goal. Make some.
Okay, I think you would have got a little bit about from there. So basically with CRM, this scooter company was able to manage the customer with such an ease that through all the departments, her sales process was very, very smooth because the marketing team knew that which scooter is she actually preferring to buy, and how you can kind of get her a test drive booked in no time, right? So as soon as she arrives at the station, because of the CRM, the centralized data, her test drive was ready, right? So that is what the benefit of CRM is. Now let's look at another example from our day-to-day lives. Okay, so almost, I think every one of us uses milk delivery or the grocery deliveries, right? So there are like apps for which you actually use for doing the milk deliveries door to door, right? So what exactly the customer data is that gets captured when you are actually opting for any sort of service from any sort of application, your name, your address, your email ID, right? So that's absolutely the basic customer data that is captured by any application, right? So with that information, the delivery guy is able to actually deliver your milk or the grocery in time every morning before 6 o'clock, right? The other thing that is important is that you should be able to browse all the products which are there. So in this case, it's say dairy, the bakery, the veggies, if you want to buy, and any offers or any prices, the change in the prices to be kind of reflected real time on the same application. So on the same application, you have the customer data, that is the data about you. The second thing that you have is the products. So anything related to products like the type of products and the prices around that, तो वो सारा चीज जो है वो CRM application में रहता है. Now the third thing that comes is offers, discounts, coupons. So वो भी promotions के through ये जो companies है वो they forecast it, they kind of send it through emails. So हमारे पास कुछ marketing emails, bunch of marketing emails I think रोज ही हमको मिलते हैं हमारे inbox में as soon as you start checking your mails in the morning, right? So for example, ICICI Bank का कुछ offer है that you get 5% off on the loan, or you are a loyal customer, so you get you have your personal loan ready, things like that. And similarly, कुछ credit cards के offers where you get some discount coupons for your big basket or for doing a purchase at the central Shopee or any other brand for that matter, right? So ये सब कुछ नहीं है, सिर्फ मार्केटिंग के ऑफर्स हैं. एंड ये मार्केटिंग का डेटा इनको कहाँ से मिलता है? कस्टमर डेटा से. कस्टमर डेटा कहाँ पे स्टोर रहता है? CRM में. So if you combine all of these together in one place, that is customer relationship management, which basically helps the companies to combine and manage their customers with ease. इसके लिए वो लोग क्या टूल्स यूज करते हैं? दे मे यूज मोबाइल एप्स, दे मे यूज वेबसाइट्स, दे विल हैव देयर ओन एडमिन पोर्टल जहाँ पे दे कैन मैनेज देयर प्रोडक्ट्स. ठीक है, सो उनके पास एक एडमिन पोर्टल रहेगा जहाँ पे वो अपने प्रोडक्ट्स कॉन्फ़िगर कर सकते हैं. उनका डेली प्राइस अगर कुछ चेंज हो रहा है तो दैट दे कैन मैनेज. एंड सिमिलरली अगर कस्टमर का उनको रिपोर्ट चाहिए, फॉर एग्जांपल उनको स्टडी करना है कि वाकड़ एरिया में या फिर औंध के एरिया में कितने कस्टमर्स हैं मेरे जो डेली सब्सक्राइब कर रखे हैं, या फिर कितने कस्टमर्स हैं जिन्होंने ऑल्टरनेट डे सब्सक्राइब कर रखा है. सो वो सारा डेटा एक ही जगह से कंसोलिडेटेड डेटा पुल करना इज द मेन एम ऑफ कस्टमर रिलेशनशिप मैनेजमेंट. एंड नॉट जस्ट दैट, अगर आपके पास मान लीजिए आज आपने ब्रेड डिलीवरी लिया या फिर आपने आज मिल्क डिलीवरी लिया, you see that the date is expiry date is on, right? It's the same day, so you're not supposed to use that product. What you do, or other common thing is कि 3 पैकेट मिल्क था, 2 पैकेट ही डिलीवर हुआ है, right? So you can lodge a complaint on their app, right? So वो जो service request है वो carry forward करना, that is also the job of the CRM applications. Okay, so इतना पावर है CRM applications में कि companies actually उसको use करके take a benefit out of it and be able to manage their customers very well, right? So this is the aim of CRM. Any questions anyone has so far on CRM? What is CRM? Why CRM is used? Okay, I'll move to the next topic, which is cloud computing. Now, what is cloud computing? What are the common examples of cloud computing? I think day-to-day life में हम लोग Google Cloud use करते हैं, right? So you have Google Drive, you have Google Photos, you have Gmail. सब कुछ एक ही ID से चलता है, correct? And you get some free space, and then you can buy more on the cloud, right? If your space is exhausted, you can buy more on the cloud. So from your local application, local storage, if you're moving to the cloud, for doing the storage, for running your computations in the cloud, क्लाउड को एक्सेस करना है, डेटा एक्सेस करना है, तो वो सारा कुछ जो है दैट इज नोन एज क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग. ओके, सो क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग के और भी बहुत सारे फायदे हैं विच आई थिंक वी विल लर्न एज वी एक्चुअली स्टार्ट लर्निंग Salesforce and we start learning through other things. But other common examples of cloud computing that the technologies that use cloud computing are AWS, okay, Amazon Web Services, then you have Google Cloud Platform, and then you have Azure Platform, Microsoft ka. I mean, these are like top 3 or 4 platforms, and Salesforce is also one of the top 5 cloud computing platforms which are used for different purposes. So Salesforce is actually a combined package which runs on the concept of cloud computing, and it allows you to actually boost your customer management and boost your company activities in terms of sales, services, marketing, and a lot more things in terms of a lot of processes. It helps you boost that basis the cloud computing. Now, cloud computing के और क्या फायदे हैं? Maintenance नहीं है because हमें data host नहीं करना है. तो if you typically look at the पुराने ज़माने के जो सॉफ्टवेयर्स थे या फिर अभी भी यूज होते हैं, but then typically जो पुराना मॉडल था that was basically client server model, which is even still client server, but then the servers were located in a premises. So अगर कंपनी को अपना IT एनेबलमेंट करना है तो उनको सबसे पहले डेटा सर्वर्स खरीदने पड़ेंगे, उनको कंप्यूटिंग सर्वर्स खरीदने पड़ेंगे, उसके लिए स्पेस देखना पड़ेगा, वो स्पेस में जाकर के दे इंस्टॉल देयर सर्वर्स एंड उसका पूरा प्रोसेसर इंस्टॉल करना, देन सॉफ्टवेयर इंस्टॉल करना, एंड देन उसके बाद उसको क्लाइंट के साथ कनेक्ट करके अपना एप्लीकेशन रन करना. दैट वाज लाइक the historical way of doing things. But now all of that is transferred. This entire infrastructure management, data management is being handled by cloud computing companies like Amazon, Salesforce, Google and all, right? The other benefit is pay as you go. आज मेरे 10 यूजर्स हैं, मैंने 10 लाइसेंसेस खरीदे, आई एम गुड टू गो. कल मेरे पास 100 यूजर्स हो जाएंगे, आई कैन बाय 90 more licenses and I'm good to go. And cloud computing company जो है, they will basically cloud providers जो हैं, they will basically allot that much of space infrastructure for me to run smoothly. And what you need to do this, you just need an internet and a device to basically connect to the cloud computing software and get going. You can access it from anywhere and any sort of device. So टैबलेट है या आपका मोबाइल फोन है या लैपटॉप है या वेब डेस्कटॉप है, एनीथिंग एनीवेयर you can use it from. So these are like the key benefits of moving towards cloud computing and why cloud computing is important these days, right? So जो छोटे companies हैं या बड़े companies हैं, I mean उनका जो major hassle रहता है to set up that infrastructure, उसमें उतना capital investment करना, वो सारा चीजें it goes off with the help of cloud computing. So capex is actually controllable by on the basis of the need of the companies. So 10 user 10 license, 100 user 100 license, 1000 user 1000 license. So that's the key benefit that you get here, right? Any questions so far? Again, I mean, I'll just take a pause if there are any. Okay, let me ask a few of you some questions around that. What do you think, or how do you think cloud computing has touched your life? Anyone, you can unmute yourself and talk on that.
I think Google Photos, Google Drives.
Yeah, exactly. And I think
Hello, ma'am.
Devendra, you also raised your hand. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Cloud computing has made things faster because using cloud computing, we can access our data from anywhere. If I have photos in my mobile and I want to access them on my PC, I can use them on Google Photos because they are saved in cloud. So
Correct.
it has made things faster and we can access it anywhere.
Correct. Correct. Absolutely right. Um, any example जो आप देना चाहते हो CRM का from your day-to-day life? Any example that you might have realized that where CRM would have helped help that company? Richa, Mida, and Nayan.
Online shopping
Yeah,
platforms, I would say.
Amazon, Myntra, any shopping site.
Absolutely.
Food delivery apps.
Absolutely, yes. And you keep getting promos, right? Zomato से Swiggy से भी आते रहते हैं कि if you buy your pro versions, you get like deliveries off, you have 20% off on particular restaurants and all this. So those are basically ways of customer engagement and moving forward with that customer, keeping that customer with you for long term, right? So that is the basic benefit of the CRM applications. Okay, I'll resume the next topic, the evolution of Salesforce. Okay, so Salesforce कब शुरू हुआ था? 1999 में शुरू हुआ था from a small room where Mark Benioff and his co-founders, they actually started with prototyping the application the way it looks now, right? So uh, the main aim was to automate the Salesforce, and जितना भी हम sales processes कर रहे थे, there were like other applications like Siebel was one of the primary CRM applications when Salesforce was launched, but Siebel was on-premise application. मतलब उसके लिए infrastructure install करना जरूरी था, Siebel server setup करना जरूरी था, and all of that was required. हालांकि Siebel is one of the best CRM applications that you can use, but Salesforce को क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग पे जाना था, एंड दैट्स वेयर इट स्टार्टेड ऑफ विद. सो Salesforce automation. So primarily सबसे पहले Salesforce में sales management processes को automate करके they had given a pre-built package for Salesforce. Now let's take an example that you might be thinking कि Salesforce actually करता क्या है? अगर application है, अंडरस्टूड, CRM एप्लीकेशन है, ठीक है, कस्टमर को लेना पड़ेगा एंड देन कस्टमर को अपना मॉडिफिकेशंस करना पड़ेगा, पर कैसे और क्यों? हम एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं, राइट? सो स्कूटर है, अभी हमें स्कूटर खरीदना है. ओके, सो देयर आर लाइक हाउ मेनी ब्रांड्स अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट? नेम अ फ्यू. आई थिंक होंडा और TVS. लेट्स टेक दीज टू एग्जांपल्स. ठीक है, अब मैं जब कैटलॉग ब्राउज करती हूँ तो मैं देखती हूँ कि वहाँ पे देर आर लाइक 2 or 3 मॉडल्स ऑफ होंडा, देर लाइक 5 मॉडल्स ऑफ TVS एंड देर आर लाइक 5 मॉडल्स ऑफ सम अदर ब्रांड. ठीक है, अब मैं वो चीज जो है जस्ट थिंक अबाउट इट कि अगर मैं जाऊं और मुझे होंडा में जाकर के बोलूं कि मुझे स्कूटर चाहिए जिसमें TVS के जैसा इंजन हो और जो पेट्रोल का टैंक है इट इज लाइक होंडा, एंड जो सीट है वो काइनेटिक के जैसा होना चाहिए. इज दैट पॉसिबल? आई मीन यू वुड बी थिंकिंग कि ऐसे कैसे? That's not possible, right? So there is not like one person for whom the scooter company will create a scooter. It will be a generalized model that will be created. But when you actually correlate it to Salesforce, what Salesforce gives you is like you have 10 versions of Honda scooter or you have 10 versions of TVS scooter, right? So similarly Salesforce जो है वो ऐसे ही 10 processes define करके देता है मुझे. ठीक है, सेल्स प्रोसेस उसने 2 तरह के 4 इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए, कम्युनिकेशंस, मीडिया या फिर फिनेंस के लिए सेल्स प्रोसेस डिफाइन कर दिया. ऐसे ही सर्विस प्रोसेस डिफाइन कर दिया. ऐसे ही उन्होंने से इंश्योरेंस डोमेन के लिए एक प्रोसेस डिफाइन कर दिया. ये उन्होंने पहले से डिफाइन करके रखा है, Now what you can do is you buy that and you customize on top of it. So it is as good as you go and buy a scooter and add some accessories on top of it, so that start uh, you start your using the scooter immediately. आप ऑर्डर करोगे वो पता नहीं कब बन के आएगा, जब उसका नया फीचर आएगा तब वो बन कर आएगा, ऐसा जरूरत नहीं है. What you can do is just buy a scooter, add accessories on top of it, and you're good to go. Similarly, you buy Salesforce license, you get Sales Cloud खरीदा तो sales process मिल गया मुझे. अब वो sales process को मैं अपने हिसाब से थोड़ा सा कस्टमाइज करके उसको ब्रांडिंग करके I can use it for myself. This is what Salesforce gives you as a benefit, as to get going as soon as possible, and that is the primary reason why companies want to buy it. अब मैं अगर इसमें थोड़ा सा और डिटेल में जाती हूँ तो देर आर niche areas within Salesforce. Okay, हम लोग उस पे भी टच अपॉन करेंगे मे बी in next session, in Monday's session, that कितने इंडस्ट्री वर्टिकल्स हैं उसके. सो आई जस्ट टेक वन एग्जांपल फ्रॉम देयर. जैसे कम्युनिकेशंस क्लाउड करके Salesforce का एक और क्लाउड है, राइट? सो जस्ट लाइक यू हैव सेल्स क्लाउड, सर्विस क्लाउड, व्हिच इज अ जनरलाइज्ड क्लाउड, you have communications cloud. What you get in communications cloud is communications industry के हिसाब से business process उन्होंने बनाया है and that is available to you. Data model बनाया है that is available to you. Now for my use purpose, for the communications company purpose, I can kind of use it as it is, or I can do some tweaks कि अकाउंट में मुझे ये 4 फील्ड और चाहिए, मुझे 10 तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स और चाहिए और मुझे इस तरह का प्रोडक्ट बंडलिंग करना है, तो वो मैं चेंज करके आई कैन यूज इट. बट जो पूरा प्रोसेस एंड टू एंड मैं बनाने जा रही थी वो मुझे जरूरत नहीं है बनाने की. दैट इज द बेनिफिट ऑफ यूजिंग Salesforce, and that is how actually Salesforce evolved over the time. So to say it right, I mean, I started working in Salesforce or with Salesforce in 2000, way back in 2011. तभी Sales Cloud था, Service Cloud था, and basic product alignment था. So this was the overall availability in and marketing cloud की तरफ से थोड़ा बहुत marketing के लिए they had some features for that. But over these 11 years, from 2011 to 2022 now, it has changed drastically. So सिर्फ सेल्स क्लाउड, सर्विस क्लाउड जो था वो तो बहुत ही enhanced हो गया है, प्लस इंडस्ट्री फ्लेवर आ गया है हर चीज के लिए. सो एज आई सेड, कम्युनिकेशंस क्लाउड है, देन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग क्लाउड है, देन फाइनेंशियल सर्विसेज क्लाउड है. सो जहाँ पे फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज लाइक IDFC बैंक और HDFC बैंक, they are actually using that for doing the service management. So उनका clients के लिए service management उन्होंने वहाँ implement कर रखा है. So they have used that financial services cloud as it is from Salesforce and tweaked it to their need. So this is how Salesforce has evolved over the period, and they have also acquired like so many major companies like Tableau. Okay, so Tableau CRM is now one of the major analytics tools. So Tableau was since ages a very big data warehouse company. Now they have been merged with Salesforce, so they're operating under the umbrella of Salesforce. MuleSoft. So MuleSoft integration layer था, which was like major missing in Salesforce, because Salesforce के पास अपने खुद का event platform है, लेकिन integration layer नहीं था, web services layer नहीं था. तो MuleSoft they have purchased, and now I mean there are like so many things. Even Slack you might have heard of recently, which is a messaging platform. So ऐसे करते करते अभी Salesforce has created its own ohana, it has created its own family of everything around CRM. Okay, so that is all about evolution of CRM. Now this topic, like how Salesforce actually enhances your experience, I think let's discuss this towards like end of the week. Okay, I'll let you experience that, and then you come and tell me that how Salesforce has helped you from the traditional coding and traditional database management applications. ठीक है, कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग database management करते हैं. So हम अपने कोडिंग बेस्ट मतलब जो भी कोडिंग हमने सीखा है या फिर जो भी हमने डेटाबेस सीखा है उसमें जाकर के हम टेबल क्रिएट करेंगे, हम क्वेरी लिखेंगे सर्च करने के लिए एंड कोडिंग करने के लिए हम क्लासेस डिफाइन करेंगे एंड थिंग्स लाइक दैट. But when you start using Salesforce, you will understand that you don't really need to do all of that. You can just do click, 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 and the table is created and your UI is created. Okay, so it enhances your experience to a different level. This is not just from the user's perspective, but also from the developer perspective, right? Secondly, users ke perspectives, it's very fast and manageable. And as I explained earlier, pay as you go. 10 license chahiye, 10 kharid lo. 100 chahiye, 100 le lo. I mean, it will be basically that expandable and scalable. Developers perspective, so I'll ask you this question next week. Okay, how is your experience enhanced as a developer or as an admin in the Salesforce space? So let's move to the important topic now for introduction to Salesforce. So let me give you a look and feel of how Salesforce actually looks like and how you actually browse through it. Okay, so let's go to Salesforce. Right, so we landed on the setup, so I'm sorry for that. Let's go to the Sales Cloud. Okay. So the look and feel is very similar, I would say, to a web-based application. It is actually a web-based, completely web-based application. So that's the reason all you need is an internet and a device to actually log into Salesforce. And thus, it actually enables you for doing the remote work very easily. So work from home करना है, remote work करना है, vacation करना है, vacation पे जाना है with your work. You just need a Wi-Fi connection on your laptop. Okay, so this is a web application which hosts like multiple applications. Now, if you look at this area, this is the application area. So any app that you built gets listed here, and you can work through it. So, for example, if I yeah. So these are some of the applications which are there. Now, if I say service, so you have service console. If I say marketing, you have marketing here. So when I say marketing, see the top headers change. Okay, if you see here, these are the headers which are actually relevant for Sales Cloud, but these are the headers which are relevant only for Marketing Cloud. So you can customize it that way, and you can actually change these things from the backend, from the setup menu. Okay, you don't need to do any coding again for this. Just you need to go to the setup and modify the app and set the visibility. बस उतना ही करना है, ठीक है. और जो यहाँ ऊपर टॉप पे दिख रहा है, these are the objects which are there, जो हमने create किया. Objects are nothing but tables. So we'll touch upon that. What are objects? What are the tables? How do you create them in the data modeling session, which will fall on Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday. So that's where we start off with. This is how Salesforce looks. Now it has a global search. So if I search for anything here, I'll get it. So for example, I say a book. I had created a book. Oh, sorry. I have to search here because it's a object. Okay, now it is showing one of the recent books which I had created. Okay. So this is a custom object that I had created. The other ones that you were seeing here, these are all the standard objects which are there. So we'll also learn what is standard, what is custom. But from a very layman language, standard objects are something which comes out of the box with Salesforce, and custom objects are something that you create on your own. Okay, so this is how the application looks like. Now to get you acquainted with the overall application, this is where you can view your profile, and you can switch the usernames from here. You can switch to the classic mode of Salesforce. So classic mode is the earlier version of Salesforce, but it is still available for certain things because certain setup activities that you do, we do from the classic mode. So that's why it is available. Okay, you can check your settings, you can log out. And if I click on this, it lands on my profile. I can go and edit my profile from here as well. I can see that what are the, I mean, who are my followers, and this is the chatter, which is the communication channel. So I can see if what activities I have done or if anyone is trying to contact me, things like that. Then this is the notifications. I'll come to the setup. This is the favorites. You can create your add your favorites here, like any of your favorite objects and all. Okay, these are the global actions, whether you want to create a new task and all. So we'll also learn if once you add actions to the global actions, it will be visible here. Then this is for the learning part for the trailheads. We'll go to that. And this is the help. So anytime you need a help on this page, you can go and click here. Now this is the setup part. So here is where you actually start editing the application to your need. Okay. So if we go to the setup, here you can create your users, you can modify your data, you can manage your data, you can create objects, you can do declarative automation, like you have to write a workflow or you have to write a बिजनेस फ्लो बिजनेस लॉजिक कुछ लिखना है तो वो सब कुछ हम यहाँ से मैनेज कर सकते हैं. Then apart from, I mean, let's go on this page, sorry. So apart from going to the setup, हम लोग यहाँ सर्विस सेटअप अलग से दिया हुआ है उन्होंने, उस पर जा सकते हैं. देन डेवलपर कंसोल, ठीक है, यहाँ से जा करके हम अपने क्वेरीज लिख सकते हैं टू क्वेरी द डेटाबेस, और वी कैन ऑल्सो एग्जीक्यूट रैंडम क्लासेस फ्रॉम हियर. ओके, we learn about this once we are into the developer sessions. Edit पेज से ये जो पेज मैं अभी देख रही हूँ ये रिकॉर्ड का, वो पेज में एडिट कर सकती हूँ. एंड एडिट ऑब्जेक्ट से ये जो बुक करके ऑब्जेक्ट है ना, ये ऑब्जेक्ट को मैं एडिट कर सकती हूँ. सी, आई लैंडेड ऑन द ऑब्जेक्ट बुक. ये मेरा कस्टम ऑब्जेक्ट था, इसलिए यू सी द कस्टम इज टिक हियर एंड द एपीआई नेम एंड एवरीथिंग इज देयर. आई कैन गो एंड एडिट इट. I can create more fields, I can change the layout, and यहाँ से field sets वगैरह मैं सब कुछ यहाँ से कर सकती हूँ. Then जो पेज है, I mean, जो यहाँ पे मुझे दिख रहा था, ये जो मुझे पेज दिख रहा है ना, यहाँ पे ये बटन्स दिख रहे हैं, यहाँ पे ये जो fields दिख रहे हैं, ये सब एडिट करने के लिए सी ये पेज है, यहाँ से मैं ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप करके अगेन आई कैन एडिट इट, कस्टमाइज कर सकती हूँ. इवन if I have to see the view that how it will look like in a phone, वो भी मैं यहाँ से चेंज कर सकती हूँ. ठीक है, ये मेरा फोन में ऐसे दिखेगा, अभी टैबलेट में कैसे दिखेगा वो भी मैं यहाँ से देखकर आई कैन एडिट द लेआउट, कि मुझे कुछ कम करना है, हटाना है, दैट आई कैन डू दैट. ठीक है, आई स्टिक टू द डेस्कटॉप मोड फॉर नाउ. Okay, and once I save and exit, or I directly exit, if I leave, it will not be saved and it will come back to this page. So this is how Salesforce looks like, and you can kind of play around yourself. So अभी हम अपना डेवलपर आईडी बनाएंगे ताकि आप लोग भी अपना यहाँ पे you can do point click and you can start playing around with that Salesforce. Okay, so now to create a developer login, okay, what we do is we go to developer.salesforce.com. okay, note these steps carefully. Click on sign up. Okay, put your first name. Let me put my email ID. I'll put my company name. So you all can also put Forceark Consulting for the developer ID. And then I'll select my country, my postal code, and maybe I can create a username. Abhi, okay, I just do a setup. Now, so this is creating an org for me, and मुझे ये वाले mail ID पे mail आ जाएगा once my org is ready. Okay, please check your mail to confirm. So if I go to my mail, let's go to my, sorry. I think it will take some time, so let it come. And once you actually go on the mail, you can go and you just need to verify. Nothing else you need to do on that. Okay, and your login will be created. Let me just check if I've got the mail. Okay, it takes about like sometimes 5 minutes, and it might sometimes take like about 30 minutes or so to get that mail. So let's not wait for it. Anyways, I mean, once your org is created, it will have the similar look and feel. So don't worry about it. Okay. Now the next step. So this is your developer sign up. Next step, what you do is you go to login.salesforce.com, and from there you can log into the application. Okay, so I have already logged in with this ID, but you can always choose to log in from another ID. So the ID that I created was dot developer, I think, right? But since I've not set up my password, so I won't be able to log in now, but you can do that once you get that ID. So once you log in, you will land up on this same screen. Okay. So this is what the login, how Salesforce looks like, and how you can kind of explore it more, and how you can create your developer IDs, what it is, right? Yeah, so finally we got the mail. No, not here. Okay. Okay. Next important step is actually going to Trailhead. Okay. ये जो है ये Salesforce का learning platform है. It's a sea of modules, actually, I would say. So there is everything, anything and everything available here that you want to learn, and that you can learn. But how to learn is, I will tell you, because आप कितना इसमें जाकर के डीप डाइव करेंगे, आपको नहीं समझेगा कहाँ जाना है, क्या करना है, क्या सीखना है. So I will help you with that. So what you need to do is you first sign up for it. And sign up करने के लिए preferably use the Salesforce ID you just created. Okay. For me, it was my Google ID, so I'll prefer to use that itself. So I'll go to my Google ID. Okay, so that's my portfolio, and similarly your portfolio will be created and your Trailblazer ID will be created. So if I go to profile, you can see your Trailblazer ID here, and this is what you can give to anyone to actually show yourself and show your Trailblazer credits. Okay. Whenever you are completing a module, you gain some points on completing the exercise or completing the questions, and that's what you get here, the points and the badges. And this is very important as far as your resume is concerned. So whatever assignments we give you, please do that in that sequence, so that it helps you understand the tool better, and you are able to reach to a good level. Okay. So you start with an adventurer, then you become a mountaineer, and once you get 100 batches, you become a ranger. So that is how you actually learn Trailhead with fun. In your profile, this basically shows that what certifications you hold, and how many batches you have, and if you were active on any community and all those things that are there. It shows that what skills you have done, what batches you have completed, and then the details. So here I would suggest that you can go and put the name of, I mean, put your role and things like that. You can also link it to your LinkedIn and put your website, and you can put the company name as Forceark Consulting if because you're getting trained from here for now, so you can do that. And with this Trailblazer account, we will basically be monitoring that how many assignments you have completed, because it will give you the step-by-step process of logging in and creating any small thing in the overall project life cycle. So first you have to do this do this assignment, and then you do the project, right? So that is about the trailheads and how to log in, how to create your developer org and all. Now, any questions anyone has? I'll pause the share for the
Hello,
next.
ma'am.
Yeah, Devendra.
Yes, ma'am. I have a question that if Zomato uses Salesforce to for their CRM, then we developers basically work on Salesforce. They build everything on Salesforce, and we get results on Zomato application. So how we connect that Salesforce with Zomato application?
Very good question, Devendra. So, as I said, see, so Zomato is actually, I would say, in this scenario, Zomato will be the customer for Salesforce. Okay. So as a developer, I mean, let's forget about us for now. So Zomato ne Salesforce के licenses लिए to enable their sales process. ठीक है. So Zomato के जितने products है, जितने restaurants का listing है, जितना उनका menu का listing है, वो सारा कुछ मैंने Salesforce पे configure किया. Okay. And as a customer, I have to join, I mean, I'll be invited to join that. ठीक है. So जब मैंने sign up किया Zomato के लिए, तो मेरा जो data है, my name, email address, my phone number, that gets registered in Salesforce. So Salesforce में मेरा data है and Zomato का भी data है. ठीक है. So
Okay.
Salesforce is managing the customer's relationship with Zomato.
Okay, ma'am.
ठीक है. So ये तो customer और Zomato का relationship हुआ with Salesforce. Now what is your role here? That is what you're trying to understand, right?
Okay.
Right. So तुम्हारा रोल ये रहेगा कि Zomato कैसे सेल करता है, जो उसने Zomato ने जो प्रोडक्ट्स क्रिएट किए हैं, जो ऑफर्स क्रिएट किए हैं, वो Zomato को कौन करके देगा, वो तुम करके दोगे. Initially, you will do that and you will give it to him. And I mean, you will configure that on Salesforce, and that will be actually given to Zomato for use purpose. ठीक है.
Okay,
अभी
ma'am.
हम लोग एप्लीकेशन जब बनाएंगे, प्रोजेक्ट जब बनाएंगे, तभी आपको और क्लियर हो जाएगा दैट व्हाट यू आर डूइंग. सो जो भी हम एप्लीकेशन बिल्ड करते हैं, इवन फॉर एग्जांपल, आई मीन इट्स नॉट जस्ट ट्रू अबाउट सेल्सफोर्स बट इट्स फॉर एवरी अदर एप्लीकेशन. सो अगर आप जावा पे आपने हेलो वर्ल्ड का प्रोजेक्ट लिखा होगा, राइट, या फिर आपने एक छोटा सा यूआई डाला होगा कि उसमें नेम एंटर करो, डेट ऑफ बर्थ एंटर करो, या और टेक्स्ट एंटर करो, एंड देन यू डिस्प्ले ऑन द नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन. बट वो जो डेटा एंट्री किया, वो डेटा एंट्री किसके लिए किया? किसी कस्टमर के लिए, किसी एंड यूजर के लिए किया होगा ना आपने, वो डेटा उसको समझने के लिए. सो वो जो एंड यूजर्स है, वो Zomato के एंड यूजर्स रहेंगे, एंड एज अ डेवलपर मैंने वो एप्लीकेशन उनको बना के दिया. ठीक है देवेंद्र, यू गॉट इट?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, don't worry, you will understand it better once you start learning, doing the project and all. Okay, so before we jump on to the training outcomes that we wanted to discuss, we have Tanmay and Renuka on the call. So Tanmay will be one of your trainers here, and Renuka will be one of your buddies here. So you will be interacting with them on Chatter most of the time, and if required, then you can ping me or Renuka on the WhatsApp chat groups as well, and we'll convey it. Okay. Okay, I'll resume my share and we'll talk about the training outcomes that you get out of this 8 weeks training program, right? So the technical skills that you gain after the training would be the Salesforce admin and the developer with the coding basics. Okay, so when I say coding basics, Apex or LWC, जो Salesforce की languages हैं, those are the ones that you're going to learn. And as an administrator, तुमको पूरा point and click configuration समझ में आ जाएगा. That is required for a Salesforce admin role. ठीक है? Soft skills हम लोग learn करेंगे, how to communicate with the team, how to communicate with the client, and I mean, when I say communication, it will be oral and written communication. So those are the things we'll be learning, and also we'll be learning that how to work with a team, work within a team. Okay, so the hackathons that we do, या फिर जो भी हम day to day project कर रहे हैं, वहाँ पे भी you will interact with the other team members and learn those skills, right? And the third thing that most important thing that you get out of this training is that your resume will be updated, your LinkedIn profiles will be updated, you will gain credentials, and as we progress through the sessions, we'll be giving you certain tips on the certifications as well, and the assessments that we do are actually guided through the certifications thing. So you will be kind of basic ready for certification. Then you have to practice and give the exam. Okay, so that is what you gain out of this. And yes, interview preparation is what you will gain out of it. So then we provide you the opportunities to crack the interviews that are arranged, right? So this is what you get out of the training outcome. And I'm sure, as in, if you give 3 to 4 hours each day on the assignments that are given, it will be wonderful, and you will see your results starting first week itself. Okay, any questions anyone has? Otherwise, I mean, these are basically the assignments for today. I'll be sharing these links, and you can you have to finish these things before Monday's 9 p.m. session. Right. Anyone has any questions here? Okay, so if no questions, then let me post feedback. Sorry. Let me post you a feedback form. Okay. So on the chat, you please go to menti.com and use this code, and I'll give you the link as well. So click on this link and give the feedback for today's session, that how was it? You can enter up to three characters on that. So that will help me understand that what is required for the next session. Guys, are you on it? So meanwhile, you all are putting your feedback. Tanmay, you want to add anything? Maybe if you can
Hi, Monica.
introduce yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, hi all. So I'm Tanmay, working with sales on Salesforce platform from last more than 7 years, nearby 8 years, and also taking the training sessions from last 4 years. And as Monica explained about the benefits and about the roadmap of Salesforce and what all things you will get in Salesforce once you will start learning. We will have a lot of things on trailer to do. We will have lots of certifications even from our side. Also we will give you the assignments, the trails to complete. So everyone have to just focus on that and have to give as much time you can give. Yeah, so So we all are hoping to do our best from our side, and we'll expect the same from the you guys as well, that you guys are contributing your time, and whenever there is any type of doubt, it may be a silly doubt, it may be a like complicated doubt, so you guys can reach out to Renuka or anyone, and then we will be happy to help you. Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting a few responses. Maybe 2 or 3 more people need to enter their responses. Oh, it's certainly, I'll just share my screen. Okay. I got 3 people responding to it. Maybe others can also respond. Okay, guys. Anuj, anything from you that you want to add? Or we can close the session. Okay. Thanks everyone for joining in today, and we will meet on Monday. I will share the links on WhatsApp, and also I'll enable your chatter groups soon. I have your mail IDs, right? So I'll enable that, and I'll send you the links for the assignment. So please complete that before Monday's call. And Monday we'll have short assessment on those assignments which will be there. Okay.
Monica, you have the email ID of everyone? It's Poco M3. I'm not sure who is this.
Poco M3, I'm not sure.
Can you please rename? Can you share your name? Because like we will not be able to send the email otherwise to you. Poco M3, can you speak up?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
Poco. yeah. What's your name? Sorry.
So I'm Shweta.
Shweta.
Actually,
Okay, Shweta.
I don't
Okay, I
know
got
how
you.
to use Zoom, so that's why.
It's okay. It's okay, Shweta. We'll share the link to you. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So we'll share the link. Please go ahead and complete the assignments before the next session. Renuka will be ready with their assessment. So I'm scared of her. So please be.
Hi guys.
And it'll be good because it's the first day of the session. If you all can switch on your cameras for 2 minutes, we'll just click up.
It would be great to see
Disperse.
everyone's face.
And then disperse. Great. Nayan, Medha, Shweta, Tanmay, Anuj. Okay, let me click a picture. I'll take a snapshot. Thank you. I'm done with that. Thank you, everyone. Good to see you all. Let's meet again on Monday for the next session.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Good night.
Bye.